Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to be using Frank Pearl in the Awful Waffle Knuffle story to teach us about story setting. And I'm going to use some of the pictures to show you different story settings. So let's take a listen to the story because on the next slide, you're going to be writing about story setting. Okay, let's go. Frank Pearl in the Awful Waffle Knuffle, a Judy, Moody, and Friends book. Okay, so now we're thinking about the setting. The Froyo Yo-Yo Contest. Frank Pearl walked the dog down the street. He walked the dog down Croker Road. He walked the dog past Judy's house. "What's up, Frank?" Judy called. "I'm walking the dog," said Frank. "But there's no dog," said Judy. "How can you walk the dog without a dog?" So here's the picture of Frank. He's actually walking the dog. It's a yo-yo term, but he's walking down the street. And notice the setting behind him. I see a house, I see blue sky, I see a street, I see trees. So it is bringing the words to a place. Here we go. Frank held up his brand new super sleek Whiz Master 5000 yo-yo. It was fast with a capital F. Walking the dog is a yo-yo trick. When you're done walking your yo-yo, Judy asked, "Want to go look for turtles?" "Can't. I have to rock the baby," Frank said. "Baby? What baby?" "Then I have to skin the cat." "More yo-yo tricks?" Judy said. Frank nodded. "I'm on my way to the frozen yogurt shop. Today is the Fro-Yo-Yo-Yo contest." Whoa, wait a minute. You hate contests." "I hate not winning contests," he said. "Frank just wants I want to be the best ever blue ribbon one-of-a-kind winner of something." Frank walked the dog all the way to the Froyo world with Judy right beside him. So now there they are outside. There's the setting. And now the setting's about to change. We're going to see a Froyo shop. Okay. Swoosh, swoosh, ding dong. Froyo world was full of atom smashers. It was full of flying saucers. It was full of time warps and tidal waves. Ricky Ricosa and Frank pointing. "No way," said Judy. "Who's Ricky Ricosa?" "Mr. Whizmaster himself, fastest flying trapeze in the East." "Rare," said Judy. "He's going to show us his famous tricks before the contest." "The kid with the best yo-yo tricks gets to name a Froyo flavor." Just then, Ricky Ricosa got out his Super Deluxe Titanium Series 3 Orbiter Yo-Yo. And now look at the setting behind Frank. You can see the frozen yogurt. You can see Frank doing his yo-yo tricks. You could see other kids with yo-yos. So now the setting has changed. We're not outside anymore. Okay. It gleamed. It glistened. It glistened in the light. Swish, swash, whiz. That yo-yo popped up off the ground. That yo-yo flew through the air. That yo-yo spun and swung and twisted and looped. Brain twister, Eiffel Tower, punching bag. When the show was over, the crowd went wild. "Warm up these yo-yos," said Ricky Ricosa. "Gimme what you got." A kid with red hair went around the world. A girl with a ponytail walked the tightrope. A guy with a frog voice showed off a shooting star. Then Paisley Parker did the bingy bongy with sound effects. The bingy bongy was expert level 3. She started with a split bottom mount. Then she bounced and boinged the yo-yo back and forth more than 16 times. I'm going to show you her picture that she's doing that. Okay. At last, it was Frank's turn. "My trick is called the Flying Skunk. It's a cross between a shooting star and a flying saucer." Frank let his yo-yo drop to the ground. He wound the string around. He pulled back and whammo. His yo-yo hung in the air for 1, 2, 3 seconds, spinning madly. Lights blinked and flashed like fireworks. Then Skunk was flying. There it goes. So now look at the setting behind them. Judy's there now and they're still in the Froyo shop. And his yo-yo bounced to the other page. Okay. At last, Frank flicked the finger to call the skunk home, but the yo-yo spun out of orbit. It zigged, it zagged. The yo-yo went cuckoo. "Duck!" Judy yelled. Yikes! The runaway strings wrapped around Frank's head. The string looped over his ears. The string dangled up his glasses. Frank's glasses crashed to the floor. Smash-a-roo! He put them back on the blinking yo-yo still dangling from his glasses. The crowd roared. "Looks like the young man got skunked," Ricky Ricosta teased. "Good trick. Keep working on that landing." And there's a picture of the froyo shop with Frank with the yo-yo hanging from his glasses and Judy looking on in horror. So you see, without the setting, boys and girls, we wouldn't know that they are in the frozen yogurt shop. Okay, here we go. Frank plopped beside Judy. "The skunk stunk," said Frank, "and I broke my glasses." "You could still win," said Judy. "Drum roll, please," said Ricky Ricosta. "And the winner is, everybody line up for your free mini froyo." "But who gets to name that froyo flavor?" asked Frank. "That would be Parker Paisley for the Boingy Boing." Everybody clapped. "Oh, man, I wanted to name that yogurt the Flying Skunk," Frank told Judy. "Skunk froyo?" "P.U.," Judy said. Frank stepped up to get his free mini cone. It was sure mini. "They should name this Thumbelina," said Frank, and there's the pictures of the mini yo-yo cups. Okay. Paisley Parker was holding a not-so-mini double-decker triple-swirl froyo. It was drippy, dripping, dripping. "Your trick was awesome," said Frank, "and your dismount, wow. It's like a yo-yo somersault." "Thanks," said Paisley. Her froyo dripped all over the floor. "Don't you like your froyo?" Judy asked. "I'm allergic," said Paisley, "but I still have to think up a name for it." "I'll help," said Frank. He took a lick. He took another lick. Lick, 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 lick. "Any ideas?" said Paisley. "Don't say flying skunk," said Judy. "I'd call this the yo-yoing. Double boing banana split. Destroying somersault. Slurp." And there he is helping name the ice cream like he wanted to do. Okay, now on this page, the setting's going to change. The next story in this book is called The Cookie Contest. So he's still trying to win another contest. But look at the setting behind Judy. The setting, it looks like somebody's house, and we see that there's a bird. So now let's see how the setting changes as the chapters change. The Cookie Contest. "Guess what?" Frank told Judy. "I'm going to enter the cookie in a contest." "A cookie contest," said Judy. "Let's make snickerdoodles." "Snickerdoodles and cookies," the parrot repeated. "No, I'm going to enter Cookie, my parrot, in the contest." So Cookie now, we find out, is his parrot. It's not an actual cookie. But now they're in somebody's house. So as the chapter changes, we see the setting of the story changes. "What about yo-yos?" Judy asked. See, we're still on the first chapter with yo-yos. "I was a yo-yo to think I could win a yo-yo contest," said Frank. "Frank a yo-yo," said Cookie. "I am not," said Frank. "Frank eats paste," said Cookie. "My sister taught her that one," said Frank, and the bird is talking. "Beady bye night-night," said Cookie. "It's not bedtime," said Frank. "Time to learn a new trick." "What tricks can she do?" Judy asked. "She can hang upside down, she can waddle, she can listen to music, and when she hears a vacuum cleaner, she says, 'Frank's a poopy head.'" "Funny. Do that one," said Judy. The contest is called Pets or Family. Cookie's trick has to show that we are a special part of my family. Cookie hopped onto Frank's arm. Frank held out a peanut. "Give me a kiss," said Frank. Whack! Cookie ruffled her feathers. "Give me a kiss," said Frank. Whack! Cookie bobbed her head up and down. "Cookie, you can do this," said Frank. "Give me a kiss." And look, the setting behind them changed. You see, they're now in a different part of Frank's house, and you can see the cage for Cookie, and Cookie's on Frank's shoulder. Whack! "Give me a kiss," said Cookie. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Judy clapped. She did it. She even made a funny smooching sound. "Good girl," said Frank. He gave her a peanut. "Good girl," said Cookie. On the day of the contest, Judy and Rocky met Frank at Furs and Fangs. "There's a parrot named Rocky," said Rocky. Dirty bird," said Cookie. "What's the prize anyways?" asked Rocky. "Who cares?" said Frank. "It's just once. I want to win the contest like you guys." Now look, the setting has changed. Look at all the things around the students and the cages and where they are. It's no longer Frank's house. Now they are in a pet store. What did I ever win? Asked Rocky. You won a trick deck of cards at the House of Magic. I'm a pirate, said Cookie. Cap and Cookie. Stop that, said Frank. Stop that, said Cookie. Frank frowned at his parrot. And Judy won a famous pet contest, he said. My cat won, said Judy. You still got your picture in the paper, said Frank. Judy held up her elbow. I got my elbow in the paper. Welcome to Pets Our Family Day, said Mrs. Birdwhistle, the pet store lady. And a warm welcome to our furry feathered friends. And look, see, the setting has changed. Now she's in the pet shop, standing in front of the cages. Okay. Frank eats paste, said Cookie. Everybody cracked up. Luna, a cat wearing glasses, pretends to read. A guinea pig named Dorothy played Scrabble. She nudged the letters P-I-G with her nose. There was even a dog named Bo who could take out the trash. Everybody clapped, but Bo got so excited he knocked over the trash can. Sorry about that, said his owner. No worries, said Miss Birdwhistle. We'll get this cleaned up in no time. And there's the dogs doing their tricks. At last, it was Cookie's turn. Dirty Bird, said Cookie. Dirty Bird. Cookie perched on Frank's arm. Hi, my name is Frank Pearl, and this is my Cookie. Our trick is called Give Me a Kiss. Frank held out a peanut. Ready? Give me a kiss. Loo, 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 said Cookie. Not Lulu, said Frank. Come on, Cookie. You can do this. Give me a kiss. Roar, vacuum cleaner. Somebody turned on the vacuum cleaner to clean up the trash. Frank is a poopy head, sang Cookie. She raced up and down Frank's arm. Poopy head. Cookie hopped up and down Frank's head, flapping her wings wildly. Frank's is a big sister. The crowd went crazy. The vacuum freaks her out, said Frank. He rushed Cookie out the door. Judy and Rocky ran after him. So see, he doesn't look too happy and everyone's pointing and making fun of him. But now the setting's going to change. Here we go. Look at the picture. They're now outside. They've left the pet shop. You're a poopy head, Frank said to Cookie. It wasn't her fault, said Judy. It was the vacuum cleaner. There goes another contest down the tubes, said Cookie. Cookie, don't you get it? Frank asked. I'm mad at you. Don't say a word. Not one more word. Cookie ruffled her feathers. Cookie bobbed her head. Cookie wiggled her tail. Give me a kiss, said Cookie. Ma, ma, ma. Okay, so now the setting's going to change. They go to school, and we're going to see if Frank gets to win a contest. So here we go. Now they're in a lunchroom, and this is the next part, the Awful Waffle Kanoffle, which is the name of the book. Frank pointed to the poster in the school lunchroom. His mouth fell open. A glob of ABC sandwich fell out. Gross, said Judy, Moody, and Jessica Finch. Gross, said Amy and Rocky. The Great Third Grade Breakfast Bash Waffle Off. This Saturday school cafeteria, families welcome, prize for the best waffles per seed, and all the proceeds will go to the third grade field trip. Look, it's the Great Third Grade Breakfast Bash. We get to come to the cafeteria Saturday with our families and eat breakfast? What's so great about breakfast? Asked Rocky. It's only the most important meal of the day, Jessica Finch said. Breakfast tastes like pencil shaving, said Rocky. But this year it's a waffle off, said Frank, to raise money for our third grade field trip. So we can go to the Smelly Jelly Bean Factory, said Judy, where they make the weirdest flavored jelly beans like toothpaste and rotten eggs. And now we see a new setting. We see a picture of the jelly bean factory. Okay. What's a waffle off? Asked Amy. The waffle off is the best contest ever, said Frank. It's to see who can make the best, most amazing waffles. They give out blue ribbons for all kinds of waffles, said Jessica, like the most blueberries, whipped creamiest, and the best use of sprinkles. And there's a picture of waffles. I'm going to win this one, said Frank. I can feel it. Are you off your waffle, Frank asked Judy. You can't even cook. Rocky said, can you? Parents make the waffles, Jessica told them. All you have to do is dress up your waffle fancy and whipped cream and sprinkles and stuff. Then Mr. Todd gives out ribbons before they get eaten. Frank said. His friends got quiet, dreaming about waffles, and he was dreaming about a first-place waffle. Okay, now the setting's going to change. I've got a great idea for my waffle, said Frank. Is your waffle a sandwich, Judy asked. Mine is going to be a whipped cream sandwich. Does your waffle play sports, Rocky asked. Mine is going to play sports, and it's not going to taste like pencil shavings. My idea, snap, crackle, and pops. My idea will blow your mind. It's all about the physicality. Just you wait. And now we see him in the lunchroom with all his friends. They're obviously in the school setting, and they're talking about the waffles. Okay. At last, it was Saturday. Welcome to the great third grade waffle breakfast bash, said Mr. Todd. Thanks for coming to our waffle off. I hope you are ready to break an egg. Everybody laughed. Ready, set, waffle. Moms and dads poured batters onto sizzling waffle irons. Fluffy, puffy, golden waffles. And look, the setting changed. Now they're in a kitchen and they all have waffle irons and they're ready to make the waffles and the teacher is talking. Okay. Judy's waffle sandwich was held up with pizza tables, her favorite thing. Rocky's waffles looked like a soccer ball. Amy's waffles had her name spelled out in blueberries. So here we go. Now we see a table with different waffles. Okay. Then came the piggies on a pillow, made by Jessica Finch. A puffy pink cloud of whipped cream floated on top of her waffle. It was sprinkled with sugar glitter, and on top was a sugar-dusted candy piggy with rosy pink cheeks. I can win for the pinkiest, prettiest waffle, said Jessica. Or the piggiest, Judy teased. Frank had hidden his top-secret none-of-your-beeswax waffle under a dome. A cake dome. Ta-da, said Frank. Presenting. He lifted the lid. The super amazing exploding volcano waffle. A hill, a mountain, a tower, a brown jelly bean rose up from the waffle like a volcano. The Mount Vesuvius of waffles. So there's Jessica Finch's and there's Frank's waffle. Marshmallow fluff spewed from the hole atop. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz, fizzers, whizzlers, sizzlers popped and exploded like lava. Wait till Mr. Todd sees this, said Frank. Blue ribbon, here I come. Then all of a sudden the fizzlers fizzled, the whizzlers melted into the sizzlers, rainbow-colored lava oozed down the jelly bean mountain. Plop! The glop hit the floor in one giant gloopy gloppy glop. Oh gosh, look, said all the kids. Mount Vesuvius meltdown, said Frank. Stink came running over to see. So now the setting changed. We're at a table, and behind him is the cafeteria, and his waffles exploding. Okay. What's all the waffle canoffle? Asked Mr. Todd. It's Frank's super amazing exploding waffle, said Judy. Super amazing disaster waffle, said Frank. It was supposed to be an exploding volcano, but the jelly beans caved in, and all the pop rocks ran together. Now it just looks like a giant mud pie. He ran to grab a towel from the kitchen. On his way, he passed the prize table full of ribbons, shiny blue ribbons that called out most best, bestest, biggest, fanciest. He would never win a contest now. He was no way, no how taking that ribbon home. And the setting changed. Now he's walking past a table full of ribbons. Okay. When he came back with the towel, Frank could not believe his eyes. There, gleaming in a beam of sunlight, was none other than one of those very same big shiny blue ribbons. The ribbon was on his waffle. The Mount Vesuvius meltdown, Stink yelled and pointed. Hey, Frank, you won the awful waffle contest. And his waffle says, one of a kind. But not for being awful, said Judy. Frank leaned in and read the ribbon. One of a kind. I actually won a contest with a real blue ribbon. He looked at Mr. Todd. There they go. Okay. Your waffle is in a class by itself, Frank. Frank stuck the blue ribbon on his shirt and grinned. It's one of a kind, said Mr. Todd, just like you. Stink chewed on the jelly bean from Frank's waffle. Hey, he made a face. It tastes like pencil shavings. Told you, said Rocky. I like it. Got any more? Frank laughed. Ha ha. Those are smelly jelly beans. They look like maple syrup, but they're flavored in pencil shavings. Clever, said Mr. Todd. I like how you tied it into our class field trip to the smelly jelly bean factory. So there's a new setting, and they're eating and trying the waffle. Too bad you didn't win money with the ribbon, said Rocky. Then you could buy some more smelly jellies. Stink reached into his pocket. He pulled out a dollar bill. $1. I'll give you a whole dollar bill for the one-of-a-kind, awfulest, most delicious waffle in the world. Sold, said Frank, and he's selling his waffle to Stink. And that is the end of the story. But Mrs. Torres just showed you how a story with many chapters works together, but the setting changes as you go through the chapters. So in this book, there are many settings. So when you do your piece, you're going to write about the different settings. Okay, see you later. Till next time.